Live. Let's see if I can.
Yep, there it is.
We are live, everybody. Okay, so hey, everybody, welcome to the Pulmonauts Collective. This is another special edition, and we are here for a cause. And tonight we're really excited because actually I've got a friend of mine, and his name is Nick John. Two first names. That's how I'm always like, yeah, it's Nick John. And
pretty fancy.
Yeah. Anyway, but tonight we're doing our breath work for the to raise money and awareness for cystic fibrosis. And I'm going to be linking I'm going to put a link in the description and also in the comments section, so that if anybody would like to donate to the Cystic Fibrosis Fund, this goes directly to research for cystic fibrosis. And Nick, I really appreciate you being on here and taking a few minutes out of your time. Could you kind of just explain to us and to anybody who is out there, maybe what cystic fibrosis is and your experience with your family as with Silas having it?
So just in a nutshell, CF is a hereditary disease. So mom and dad both have to be carriers. There are actually hundreds of millions of carriers across the United States. We just don't typically know it unless we're tested. But it mostly affects the lungs and the stomach and some of the internal organs. Basically, there is a gene mutation, and in a normal person, it regulates the salt in our bodies. And for my son, the salt does not regulate properly, and it goes straight to the skin. So actually, if you lick his skin, don't lick my son. Words there.
Yeah.
The salt. So without the salt staying where it needs to go, mucus builds up on the lungs and in the stomach. With the lungs, there are frequent lung infections. And with the stomach and pancreas, the natural enzymes cannot pass through that wall to break the food down. So food will literally run through you without you gaining the nutrients you need. Our family, we've been one of the lucky ones, I feel. He's 8.5, Silas is. And we've been to Riley, Indianapolis Hospital on a few occasions, 2 times for 2 weeks at a time. And whenever we go there, typically they will do like IV antibiotics because he gets something in his lungs that typical medicines cannot take care of. Right now, our struggle is weight gain, just a tremendous struggle, even with the medicines. And so at 8.5, he's getting a G-tube put into his stomach, and that's a surgical. We're going to be back at Riley for about 4 days. And so that will allow us to get him some extra nutrition as well. So seems pretty scary. I remember the day he was diagnosed, and it was just like one of the hardest days of my life. But you learn to live with it, and you learn to, I guess, not sweat the small stuff so much anymore. So it's been a wild ride. And him having CF, all of our other kids have a 1 in 4 chance of having it. So him being the oldest, then we had a daughter, she's 6 now, and then we had triplet girls a year ago. So it's each one of those pregnancies, I can't say we weren't without fear, but miraculously, they beat the odds, and my son's the only one with cystic fibrosis.
Well, we really appreciate you being on here, and already we've looks like Andy Jaron, thank you so much for your $100 donation. And yeah, guys, tonight we're going to be doing breath work and just basically encourage everybody to click on the link in the text box, or also if you're watching the recording of this later on, in the description box below, please click on that link, and please, a little bit, a lot of it, any bit is good. So we appreciate it. So, hey, brother, we appreciate you being on here. We'll let you get back to all those kids. The triplets, I got to say, are insanely cute. I'm lucky enough to be friends with Nicholas, and I remember he's like, dude, I'm having triplets. And so
I was overwhelmed with one newborn.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
Freak, you're Go Super Dad. Man,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Congratulations. And my condolences all at the same time.
Thank you. I get a lot of that.
All right. Well, thanks, brother. We're going to take it from here. Feel free to follow along with the breath work with us, and thanks again for being here.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much.
All right. So guys, thanks so much for being here tonight. Thanks for breathing along with us. We're going to be doing some breath work, some of your favorite style of breath work. And we're going to be doing that here in just a minute. We've got Rob playing some music tonight. He's going to start us off. And then after we finish with the breath work, basically we're just going to hang out and maybe do a little catch up, and then I'll probably tell a bad joke or two, and then we'll adjourn.
Wouldn't be the same if you didn't tell a bad joke or two.
At least 3, man.
Yeah, it's crucial.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's go ahead and just Rob, if you don't mind, just start us off.
All right. Yeah. So gonna start us off by giving us an opportunity to drop in and to start to become present with our bodies, with where we are right now in space and time. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes for a moment and just take some normal, relaxing breaths for a second. Feel your sit bones connecting with your seat. With every exhale, feel a little bit of the week just kind of start to leave. The work, whatever might be on your mind, just starting to slowly dissipate. Now what I want you to do is to take a nice, slow, luxurious inhale all the way down into the bottom of your lungs, just slowly filling your belly, your chest, feeling your ribs expand, all the way up through your heart. And exhale even more slowly. Just let the air slowly pour out. Just nice and slow. Just feel yourself starting to drop in more deeply. Just relax. Nice, deep, slow inhales. And if you can, even slower and even deeper, exhale. Feel your muscles start to melt over your skeleton. Find those places that may not remember to relax. Maybe relax the space underneath your knees. Relax the back of your tongue. Relax the space in between your eyebrows. See if you can slow it down just a little more. How often do we connect with just how much of a gift it is that we get to take these nice big inhales of all this rich oxygen? How much of a gift it is that we get to exhale all of this beautiful carbon dioxide, feeding all the plants on the planet that are in turn feeding us in this never-ending cycle of reciprocity. Just relax. From here, the breathwork's gonna get a little more active. So just enjoy this space that you're creating right now. And here's a good opportunity to set an intention for this practice. We're raising funds right now for our friends out there with cystic fibrosis. Here's a moment you can set an intention. Maybe for the health of your friends and family, for your own health. Just feel that intention settle with each inhale into your body. Glad to have you here with us. So start to feel in your body, maybe just a little more energy. Prepare yourself for the rest of this breathwork practice that is about to be shared.
Let's all take a nice deep breath together. Nice down into the belly, filling the ribs, filling the chest. Hold it. And smile. And let it go. One more time. Deep breath in, all the way in, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. Nice and big and full, and hold. Smile. and let it go. Again, deep breath in a little faster, a little fuller. Hold. Smile. And let it go. And hold. And breathe along with me. Here we go. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold with a full lung. 3, 4. And relax it out. 2, 3, 4. And hold with a neutral lung. 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold with a full lung. Maybe even smile at the top. And out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold with that full lung. 3, 4. And out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And out. 2, 3, 4. Switching it up. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold that full lung. 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. Belly. Ribs. Chest. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Switching it up. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Belly, ribs, chest, all the way up. Relax. Out. All that breath. Belly, ribs, chest, all the way up and out. 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Finding this rhythm. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. All the way in, together. Let it go. Hold. All the way in. Let it go. Hold. Just feel that peace. All the way in. Hold with a full lung. Smile. And let it go. Hold. One last time, I'm going to turn it over. All the way in. Let it out. Hold. Next Pulmonaut take over here.
All right, everyone. Just continue that breath hold right now. What I want you to do is just continue, hold, let your thoughts flow. Send your body some love. Send yourself some love. And just trust that your body is going to breathe you on this next breath. Let that breath find you. Continue to let your thoughts flow of any breath, any breathing. And when that breath finds you, I want you to follow it in. I want you to go on an adventure. Let your breath just breathe you. Follow it in. Luxuriate in that breath. Let it take you on an adventure all the way to the top. And let the top of that breath surprise you. When you reach the top, let that breath just turn right into an exhale. And follow that breath down. Let the bottom of the breath surprise you. Rest at neutral. And on this next breath, we're going to put a little bit of intention in. So start breathing in and out. In and out. With each breath, expand a little bit more into that breath. Breathe in and out. Expand 10% deeper on this breath. In and out. Make whatever noises that come to you. In and out. 10% deeper. In and out. Expand into this next breath. In. Expanding deeper than you've ever expanded before. All the way to the top and out. Deeply in once more. Expand. Go to that top. When you reach the top, sniff in and in and in. And let that breath out. Go for 2 more. In. All the way. Bring it in. Expand to yourself and luxuriate all the way to the very top. And out. Last breath. Deeply in. With effort. And slowly release that exhale. Hum it out. Right to neutral. And hold that breath. Let your thoughts flow. and just let everything go. Sink into the present moment and just be with whatever is there for you right now. Know that you are whole and complete, and that this moment is enough. That this moment is perfect, whole, and complete, just as you are. Now everyone together, take a slow breath in through the nose, filling that lower belly, those ribs, the back of your back, all the way up into your chest, to the back of your neck. Catch that breath, relax your body. Feel the sensations that are there for you now. Feel that oxygen rushing into your body. Your cells rejoice. And in 3, 2, 1, let that breath go. Move right back in. In through the nose and out. Small breaths at first. And out. In and out. Expand that breath by 10%. In and out. In and out. With each breath, expanding a little bit deeper. If you like, hum on those exhales. In and out. Deeply in and out. In and out. A little bit deeper. Put a smile on your face and out. In and out. Go towards the sensations. In and out. Inhale and exhale. 10% deeper. With no pause between those inhales and exhales, and out. Last 5 breaths. In. Smile and exhale. In. And out. Luxuriate in this inhale. And out. 2 more. In. And out. Last breath. All the way in. Find that top. Sniff in. Let that go. Force that air out past neutral. Breathe in once more. And let that out just to neutral. And hold. Listen to the music. Relax. And be one with the present moment. Yes, I am imperfect, vulnerable, and sometimes afraid. But that does not change the truth that I am also brave and worthy of love, belonging, and joy. Everyone take a deep breath in together. Hold. And on to the next Pulmonaut.
Nice and steady. Let's focus on that breath in and out through your nose. Moving if it feels right to do so. Allowing that breath to fill your belly, your chest, all the way up, and let it go. Your pace is your own. Bring it in and out through the nose. Extending that exhale just half a second longer. Hum if it feels right to do so. Bringing it in and letting it go. Lean into this soft breath, soft body, nice and steady. Forget the rhythm you think you should be breathing. Forget how you think you should be feeling, and just keep it soft. No need to force, just in, out, and back in again. If you find any tension still lingering in your body, lean into that at the top of the inhale, and with each exhale, let it go more and more. Fully in and release. Fully in. Lengthening the exhale once more. Nice and soft. Like the ocean wave, your breath comes, and with each exhale it recedes, and it comes back in again. Your breath is constant, and it's almost like you can hear the wave in each breath. Each exhale relaxing you more and more. We're going to take 2 more breaths, and we're going to hold calmly and relaxed on the exhale. Fully in, letting go. Last breath, fully in. Let go to neutral and hold. Relaxing into this space. There is no right way to feel. There's just how you're feeling right now, and it's perfect just the way it is. Relaxing the jaw and neck, the space between your eyebrows. Releasing the tension from your shoulders, your left arm and then your right. Letting the rib cage, lower back and stomach relax. Releasing any tension from your hips, your thighs, your knees, all the way down to the tips of your toes. And let your awareness fall deep inside this stillness you now hold. And even though we may be apart, we are not alone. Because all together we take that deep breath fully in through the nose and hold. And as one, we let it go and move into our final round. Bringing the breath in and out through the nose if it feels right to do so. Finding that wave that's just right for you. Bringing the breath in, letting it go, and bringing it right back in again. Fall into that rhythm. Find that pace and embrace your peace. Stretch at the top of the inhale. Let it go and relax into that calm state you are now cultivating. Let the music wash over you. Let the breath come and go. Remember, you are your body's pilot, not its passenger. Fully in and letting go. Let's lengthen that exhale one more time. Just half a second longer. Nice and steady. Five more low, slow and deep breaths coming in, leaving the body. 4, 3, stretching at the top of the inhale and letting it go and relaxing on that exhale. 2, 1, bring all your breath in, fill it to the top, and let a giant sigh escape your lips as if all your troubles are accompanying it. Last breath in through the nose. Softly return to neutral and hold. And enjoy the stillness you now hold inside. Let the mind drift within. There is no wrong way to feel. Surrender to this moment and fall deeper and deeper inside. The world may have us feeling a bit stressed and a bit cracked, and that's okay. All that does is allow the light within to shine brighter without. So all together as one giant deep breath in, hold, and let that light shine. And as one, we let it go. Thank you for your time and attention.
It was beautiful. Right now, this is your time. If you're listening, if you're watching, time you can use to stay in this moment as long as you like. But as you're coming back, we just ask that you bring the kindness and the love that you just experienced with you everywhere you go. Share that with everyone you meet. Rob, thanks for that beautiful music. That was absolutely amazing.
It was my pleasure. Glad I could share. Thank you.
And I want to thank everybody for being here. We're gonna actually open it up to questions and conversation for just a little bit, and then we'll close. But the Pulmonauts have become quite a thing lately, and I really do like seeing these three guys' face. Anytime we can see each other and breathe together in this community that's growing online, the community around the country, around the world. It's really awe-inspiring, and it's humbling just to see just how big it's getting. So we do appreciate you being here. This breathwork session was for specifically to raise money for cystic fibrosis, and we want to thank everybody who's made a donation. If you haven't made a donation, if you can't afford it, no big deal. We want to spread the love any way we can. But
share this video.
Share the video. Yeah. Share the video. Anything helps. And just spreading awareness that it exists is a big thing too. I know that for most of my life, I had no idea that this was even a thing. And so just having awareness is where it all starts. And Nicholas, John, hey, thank you so much for sharing with us your story. And if you guys would like to donate, go ahead to, let's see, I guess I need to share. I'm going to share this link one more time. But I like seeing the total increase. It looks nice there. I'm going to share the link one more time. While I'm sharing the link, guys, what's going on with you? What are you up to? What's on your calendar? Rob, why don't you start us off, and we'll just kind of go around, and then I do have a question from the audience that actually I believe, Chuck, you mentioned you might have some breathing advice for some folks who might have some pulmonary issues, and of course we can all weigh in on this as well. But what are you doing? What are you doing, Rob?
Well, so Madal Springs is doing its thing, and it's feeling really good out here right now. It's just so beautiful, and come the middle of July, the weekend of the 17th, Jesse and I are reconverging here for the Convergence. And what we've got planned, it's just going to be so sweet. It's going to be such a fun, just series of initiations to really help us to step in to our power, to step into, that version of ourselves that is the pilot of the vehicle, kind of as Chuck was saying, rather than being a passenger, becoming the pilot, like really taking hold of our lives in a more powerful way. I like to look at it kind of like rites of passage, which I believe to be one of the things that is missing the most right now in our culture. It's one of the things that really allows one to drop into that emotional, mental, and spiritual adulthood that seems to be missing from most of the adults in our culture right now. So
no, there's the 21st birthday. You go out and get totally hammered.
Rite
of passage.
Rite of passage.
Rite of passage.
You mess your body up, you throw up a couple times, and bam, you're an adult.
You're an adult.
Instead of like when
that's how I became a man.
13, 14 years old, you would be sent out into the woods by yourself, fasting for 4 or 5 days straight until you came back with an animal slung over your shoulders. And then, so our rites of passage have shifted just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So we're trying to, in a very gentle way, we're not asking anyone to do exactly that, but, to start bringing the spirit of the rite of passage back in to the fold, because it's one of the most important things that basically separates the mental, emotional, spiritual adolescents from the adults. And I believe that being one of the most important things that can really shift this whole thing around and get our culture back on track is reconnecting to that. So middle of July, that's what's happening.
Yes. And if you guys would like to get tickets to that, you can go to jessecoomer.com, and they are available. Just to give you a little something, it is about a part of you that you're letting die, right?
Yep.
And we're birthing a new aspect, a new part of ourselves. And as a part of it, one of the things when you sign up, you are asked to get ready for a funeral ceremony. So we're really focusing on letting go of that old thing, stepping into that new thing. So I'm excited to work with you on this, Rob.
It's going to be great.
This is going to be awesome. How about you, Chuck? What are you up to?
Well, every Sunday and Monday, Sunday at 11 a.m. and Monday at 9 p.m., I do free guided breathwork for anyone who wants to join on Zoom.
Yes.
That's been pretty steady. And, I wish I could join you at the Convergence, but July 15th through the 17th in Yosemite, I've got one spot open, and it's just one spot for the Yosemite experience. And a couple people have reached out, and we weren't quite the right fit. So please don't hesitate to reach out. It's got to have to work. It's got to have to work for both people involved. And I'm going to stick with that phrasing.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Well, and I got to say, guys, to be able to train with Chuck just one-on-one and have that kind of access, that's something special, man. So
in such a magical place too. I mean,
really, location too. Yeah.
So we'll be hiking all throughout Yosemite Valley. I'm bringing a couple bicycles, so we'll bike from trailhead to trailhead because the buses aren't running there currently. And you've got your own tent reserved already, so you'll make it into the valley. And there's just some pretty spectacular places I'd like to show people. And the topping it off will be probably breathwork in or around or near Yosemite Falls at night.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on.
So Join me if you'd like. There's only one seat available. So, get in touch, and, if we hit it off, let's do it. And if not, no harm, no foul.
Yeah. That is a special opportunity. That's really cool. How about you, Chris? What are you up to?
Yeah, so I've got Wednesday morning sessions every Wednesday morning at 6:30 a.m. for you early risers or you East Coasters, so it won't be quite as early. Find that on Zoom on Human Activation Movement or at humanactivation.org. Also, I'm just working on my Buteco instructor training right now, finishing that up, which I'm just like, it's amazing. It's incredible. And then working with coaching as well, personal coaching. So I do have a couple of slots open right now. If anybody's interested in getting to know me and have a talk, reach out. Love making the difference I've been working with a couple of asthmatics and some lawyers. It's been really fun. So
that is exciting.
I know I haven't been in this thing for quite as long as you guys, but it's just an honor, and I'm super stoked to be here and part of this whole thing, man. Oh, and I'm looking forward to coming out for said Convergence.
Yes. Awesome.
Yes.
I don't know that I'm going to drive though. I might fly, so might possibly not be able to bring the car.
I think you probably should fly. It's a big hop across the entire continent. So
it's a good like 28-hour, 32-hour drive, something like that.
It's enough to drive for me.
Too many times. I've done it.
I've never done it, so I mean,
it's a road trip. I mean, that would be one of those things where you would want to have quite a few stops, and maybe you stop at Yosemite, but
that would be a good stop.
Yeah.
I'll go hit up Chuck, say like, "What's up, man?" And then I'll go over to you guys and drive over.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, dude. That'd be cool.
And Chris, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Rob and Jesse probably do personal coaching as well, but we forget to say things like that until someone reminds us.
Yeah.
So always reach out to us. Like I've got a couple spots. Jesse may have one or two. Rob may have one or two. I don't want to like open your calendar up for you gentlemen. But and again, thanks, Chris. Jesse's site is, jessecoomer.com. I'm ivbw.com. Chris is humanactivationmovement.com and
Humanactivation.org, yeah. No
Yeah.
movement in there. Or just find me on Facebook.
Yeah. And Rob, what's your website?
roblenfestey.com. And also mandalasprings.com. And then for the chocolate, mandalanaturals.com. All three of those.
Chocolate.
To get the full
My dad has
experience.
some of that. I haven't had it yet. I need to go steal some.
Oh,
from him.
dude. Yeah. It's that's one of those, like, and I've been using it before exercise as a pre-workout because I found out about how good it is for vasodilation. And I'm like, I'm doing this for my health, man. It's the best pre-workout.
Hum too. Don't forget to hum.
Yeah. Just
Eat chocolate and hum.
I mean, really, it's kind of
it's a
just
good
because I
day.
want to eat the chocolate, but hey, I'm also going to exercise too.
So what have you got on your plate, Jesse?
Well, thank you for asking. Chuck.
You can't ask yourself that question. I
It
figured
is
that helped.
awkward. It's like, so Jess, what am I doing?
What?
I am also currently gearing up for the convergence. I'm looking forward to working with Rob. Actually, though, in June, starting June 16th, I am starting the next cohort of the 6-week breath mastery class. And really, with this breath mastery class, a lot of times people ask me, I've taken this course or I've read this book or this or that. Is there something else that I need to know? And what my course is all about is ultimately all of these courses and books, they're all great. It's not like I'm going to say, no, they're all wrong. And only my way is the way. What it is basically I teach a person I teach all the clients how to do, how breath work works. What are the aspects we're actually working with? And then how to test your own physiology. Is that technique actually doing what you think it's doing for your physiology? Are you really becoming sympathetic or parasympathetic? So I teach a person how to actually know for a fact, is it really doing what I think it's doing? And then the thing is, what we always find out, and it's a group and it's live sessions. So we do 6 weeks, 2 hours. Once a week we get together for 2 hours and we do these classes and experiments and things, and never fails. Everybody has a slightly different reaction, right? Because we're all diverse as a species, and we all think, well, if I breathe for this and I do this, well, then I'll always have exactly the same, all 4 of us will have exactly the same response, and it's a little bit different. So I teach the class how to put it all together to create their own personalized breathwork practice that is just for you. And that is starting up on June 16th. This, I got to say, it's every Wednesday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that way it opens it up for the whole United States. For you guys out West, I mean, that's only 4 to 6. Everything's recorded, and everybody gets to keep the recordings forever. And of course, there's homework and downloadables and follow-alongables. That's a word.
I like that word.
I like it.
Follow alongables.
I feel like it's got to be a really long hyphenated word. Follow-alongables. So that starts June 16th. This is going to be our last beta group and honestly, the reason why we even call it the beta group, we were like, well, we're still figuring out the technology and the platform and stuff. I'm pretty sure we figured it out already, but you still get the discounted price. So it's on my website. Go to jessecoomer.com, look under courses, and that's starting on June 16th.
Sounds like a priceless experience.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Jesse, you said for West Coast, that's Wednesdays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. then?
4 to
is that correct?
6 p.m. on the West Coast, East Coast, and all the way to my part of Indiana. Like, I live in a sliver of Indiana that's Eastern Standard Time. I don't understand it. I don't understand it either, but it happens. But yeah, it's Eastern Time. It's 7 to 9. Pacific Standard is 4 to 6. And of course, you can figure out all the little times in between. But and even if you can't make it to all the meetings, the cool thing is it's live lecture, right? So it's not like a pre-recorded course where you kind of have to figure it out. Well, if you don't get it just in whatever they explained in the course, well, then you're just not going to get it. You can ask me questions. And like a lot of times a person says, well, the reason I'm taking this course is because like maybe my digestion is bad. I have really bad digestion and I have high stress. Okay. So we can gear some of the lessons so that it's specific for the groups that we're in. Once you start a cohort, you stay with the same cohort all 6 weeks. And by the end of it, you've probably met other people. We use a really cool app called AirMeet. And during breaks and before the thing, there's these little tables that you can sit and everybody, it's kind of like what we're doing now. Everybody gets to kind of like talk and stuff. So you get to be around other weirdos like yourself. So yeah. But anyway, guys, so we've got a lot of things going on. I think I did see a question about how any kind of advice on how to breathe. Don says that he's got 2 brothers living with cystic fibrosis. Any suggestions on techniques that might benefit someone that might have CF? I remember beforehand, Chuck, you mentioned you might have, because you work with a lot of people who have, what did you say?
COPD, yeah. Emphysema,
other pulmonary restriction. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What tends to work for your clients?
One is you have to stop unconsciously mouth breathing like yesterday. Mm-hmm. That's the single most important thing you can do is stop breathing through the mouth. That doesn't reduce the inflammation in the body. When you breathe unconsciously through the mouth, you're off-gassing way too much carbon dioxide. Mm-hmm. So your veins and arteries are constricting, your resting heart rate is rising, and your blood pressure is rising as a byproduct. This adds more inflammation to your body. Chronic inflammation is going to aid the degenerative effect of most all of these respiratory illnesses. So by switching to that nasal breath, you're no longer breathing shallow up into the chest. And please don't misconstrue that we're saying this can cure or anything. This can just help. So you take that breath and you take that breath to the top, all the way to the top. And you practice your exhales too. It's not just the inhale you have to practice with COPD and emphysema and even to a degree, cystic fibrosis. Get that diaphragm working. Exhale all the way, find the bottom of your breath and really focus on taking that full breath as much as you can.
Yeah.
And hold a higher saturation of CO2. Go to buteyko.com/children. All of those exercises are free, and they're all a great place to start that journey of nasal breathing. The second piece of advice I have to anyone with a respiratory illness, if you can, please do not just duct tape your mouth shut because you heard some random guy on the internet say tape your mouth closed. But if you can get comfortable and you can wear the tape, and even with supplemental oxygen, I've had people with COPD use this because the oxygen goes into their nose. Try sleeping with your mouth taped at night. But before then, try walking around or sitting on your couch for an hour or 2 before bed with your mouth shut to make sure it's not going to freak you out. Progress small steps. But the switching to that obligate nasal breath and to those full deep breaths and using the diaphragm, that's imperative. Because the more the illness progresses, the shallower and softer our breath becomes, the more inflamed our body gets, and the less efficient we are with the act of breathing. So by stepping in, because the body's always going to look for easy, not optimum. And with these illnesses, you have to go and aim for optimum, even if you don't hit it. I'm not saying it'll stop the degenerative effects, but it may slow it down. It will reduce your body's overall stress. And this isn't like, it'll reduce your stress because you'll have a different mindset. Physiologically, breathing through your nose helps keep your body calmer. And there's never a point in your life where that's not going to be beneficial, especially with respiratory illnesses. And seriously, if seek a Buteyko practitioner near you, seek an all-around breath worker like Rob, Chris, or Jesse, and find someone who can help you learn the principles, get you training, and give you a regime of exercises to practice. Work out those muscles that are being affected by your illness. And if they don't work them out, if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yeah.
And we can't, with a degenerative illness, you don't want to help it out.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm going to get off my soapbox now. So,
but that's well said.
that
That's well said. The illness is doing enough. Don't help the illness out. I love that.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, I just want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks to all the Pulmonauts. Thanks to everybody who donated tonight. And if you're watching on the replay, please, make a donation or just simply share this video if you can't. That's free, and it gets awareness out there, and maybe someone else will make a donation, and that's fantastic.
Jesse, about the sharing, if they know of any groups, if there are any cystic fibrosis related groups on Facebook or anywhere that you know of, for anybody watching this, share this directly to the group.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference because it goes right to where it's needed.
Exactly. And we want people to know that we're there and we're trying to help, and not everybody's on YouTube and not everybody's, watching the Pulmonauts Collective. So guys, thanks so much. We're going to close out. Don't forget to please like, subscribe, share, and of course, don't forget to be kind to one another.